Hello, assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about the impetigo. So the impetigo we will understand in this video. So remember, this is the epidermis of the skin. Here is the dermis, and this is the hypodermis. Dermis contain blood circulatory system and blood vessel, while also the subcutaneous tissue here, which that is adipose tissue. While this is the dermis, and in this the dermis contain a sensory neurons. Streptococcus pyogenes and the Staphylococcus aureus is a major cause of the impetigo on the skin. Will lead to cause whenever invade from any things like injury of the skin or burning. So in this way, the pimple formation will occur. This pimple will rupture and the yellow honey-crusted sores will produce. This is the blood vessel which that transport the oxygen nutrient to the hair follicle, while this is the yellow crusty sores will occur surrounding the mouth. So remember about that things. In this way, the yellow honey crusty sores will occur, and the impetigo can be a non-bullous or bullous. So the bullous mean the bulla are present, while the non-bullous mean the yellow honey crusty as shown in the diagram, which that is basically crusty sores. So let's understand about the non-bullous impetigo. So the major cause is the bacterial infection due to the Staphylococcus aureus and the Streptococcus pyogenes. So in this way, the non-bullous impetigo, which that lead to cause red bump in the initial stage, will lead to blister formation, and that blister will break, and this break will lead to honey colored crust formation will occur. This is the skin structure. So remember, whenever the blister formation will occur, which that cross and give the pressure to the dermis, will lead to irritate due to the sensory neuron will sense the signal and irritation will occur, but the pain is less. In this way, the often occur in nose and mouth and spread more to the mouth. So remember. So in this way, the non-bullous occurs mostly on the epidermal area and not more superficial infection. That is why not cause pain but irritation. Itchy but not painful because pain receiving nerves present on dermal area, but inflammation cause itchiness. So inflammation will occur due to the edema formation in the form of bullous, bulla, and will lead to rupture. And in this way, the rupture will only cause the irritation but not pain. But anyhow, let's understand about basically often occur in nose and mouth and spread more to the mouth to all over the body. So spreading due to the contagious, a direct contact and indirect contact, basically both are contagious. For example, the touching to the person which that already impetigo infection and contaminated items like clothing of the infected person, while the contagious is the indirect due to the bad uses of impetigo person. Anyhow, let's understand about the bullous impetigo. So in this way, here is a bulla which that increase and due to the fluid field by the inflammation and the neutrophil recruitment, and the Staphylococcus aureus is a major cause. So Staphylococcus aureus, and in this the bulla will move toward the dermis side and more cause pain due to the and irritation also due to the sensory nerve. The pain receptor will receive the signal from the bulla and the inflammation. The bullous impetigo is the larger bulla fluid field blister that not ruptured easily. Why it not ruptured easily? Because it will not affect more outside of the layer is the basically stratum granulosum skin. Here is the epidermis and dermis and the hypodermis. So pathophysiology we will discuss. So let's understand about the bigger picture of the epidermis. So epidermis contain a stratum corneum, stratum granulosum, and stratum spinosum, and stratum basale. In the epidermal cells, basically intact with the junction is known as the desmosome. Desmosome, basically the desmoglein protein containing basically is the junction desmoglein 1 and 3. So mostly the upper part is basically the desmoglein 3 less common, while the desmoglein 1 is more common. So remember, the red color shows the desmoglein 1, while the blue color is shown the desmoglein 3. So in this way, here is the stratum corneum, stratum granulosum, stratum spinosum, and the stratum basilae. The stratum basilae and the stratum spinosum contain both type of the desmosome, contain desmoglein protein 1 and 3, while the upper stratum granulosum contain only one type, the desmoglein protein 1. So it is basically ruptured due to the invasion of the pathogen, invasion of the Staphylococcus aureus and the Streptococcus pyogenes will lead to break it down due to the production of exfoliative toxin, will lead to break the desmoglein 1, mostly ruptured by exfoliative toxin, and this is the basically is the desmosome basically will rupture. So in this way, the invasion of the pathogen will more, and in this the fluid will be filled in the site of the rupturing and side of the desmosome rupture. So in this way, here is you can see the stratum corneum and stratum granulosum, which that will affect will lead to cause blister formation due to the fluid field. And in the stratum basilae and the stratum spinosum contain both type of the desmosome, desmoglein 1 and 3 protein containing desmosome. In this way, it will be a rupture due to the both type of the bacteria, Staphylococcus aureus and the Streptococcus pyogenes, which that will lead to more rupture, will lead to invasion of the more pathogen and exfoliative toxin invasion more. In this way, ultimately, the inflammation will increase to recruit the neutrophil. So the skin will lead to inflammation, and the cytokines produced from the damaged cell will lead to recruit the monocyte, neutrophil, and macrophage for increase the inflammation. And in this, the immune response will lead to increase the inflammation and invade into the blood. Also, this exfoliated toxin as well as the bacteria will lead to cause local spread, and the kidney cause the glomerulonephritis possibly, and immune cell recruit, and the muscle infection very less, but the bones infection also very less. So in this way, the bacteremia will occur and sepsis whenever the bacteria will enter into the blood circulatory system, and whenever it will be enter into the muscle lead to cause myositis and the osteotitis. On the other hand, glomerulonephritis can also possible when the bacteria will target to the kidney. Infection can be any ages through schools, crowds, insects bite, eczema and injury, and the complication can be cellulitis, eczema, glomerulonephritis, sepsis, bacteremia, myositis, and the fever. Treatment can be topical antibiotics, oral antibiotics, and target to the peptidoglycan cell wall and osmotic lysis of bacteria or other mechanism. For example, the ribosome machinery stop by the inhibition due to the antibiotics. So in this way, the antibiotic can be inhibit that impetigo, but remember, this impetigo is the contagious infection due to the Staphylococcus aureus and the Streptococcus pyogenes. I hope you make sense about that. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.